A great win for the Mountaineers today, an upset win against the #1 team in the Sun Belt, Georgia Southern Eagles. First home game back at the Holmes Convocation Center. Coach Rumley Noble, what does this mean to be back at the Holmes Convocation Center?
You know, it's been amazing to be able to step back and be on our home court after not being able to be here for the past month. And, you know, I think to be able to return to Boone and to be able to play in front of the community that has supported us so much in this trying time, it just means so much more that we were able to get the win tonight for Boone for being our first match back.
Now, getting a little bit back into the volleyball, what does this win mean not only just for the Mountaineer volleyball program, but to the community of Boone in general? An amazing upset win against the Georgia Southern team who only had one loss before this.
Yeah, you know, Georgia Southern has been leading our conference all year. And their RPI came out, which is kind of the ranking nationally, and their RPI is number 28 in the country. And so for us to be able to beat a team of that caliber, it really just, I think, helps establish all the things that we've been working on in the belief system that we have as we continue to go through our season. And, you know, I think for the community, I still encourage people to rally around volleyball because we have a great product. We have a fun sport to watch. And so it's really special, I think, for the community to be able to gather around us as well.
And I see you guys on Instagram, you've been doing a lot to help the Boone community in the outreach effect of Hurricane Helene after the devastation of it. Just briefly explain what you guys have been doing so far in response.
Yeah, you know, the biggest place that we were able to step in was at the distribution center that was at Summit Pickleball. And our girls were able to get out there and unload and load boxes. There were a handful of trailers that would come through and they would say, hey, volleyball, come unload it. And we were organized and were able to get a lot of work done. And so it was really cool to see all of the products coming in and then immediately going back out into our community. And our girls loved being able to give back, and it's really important that we were able to be involved in the community in this way.
There you have it. App State Volleyball beats Georgia Southern. They will be back here at the Holmes Convocation Center tomorrow at 1 p.m. to face them again. A great win for the Mountaineers today against the Marshall Thundering Herd. 3 sets to do with Lulu Ambrose here, the star senior for the Mountaineer, in her last game at the Holmes Convocation Center. Lulu, just what does that mean for you getting the win here at the Holmes Convocation Center in your last game?
It just makes me so proud of my team, and I couldn't have done it without the people around me and my whole support system. So winning tonight really meant a lot, and I just love it here.
A lot of pomp and circumstance after the match with a lot of big senior day celebration for Lulu Ambrose, Sierra Huntley, and Lauren Pledger. Just describe your emotions going through that. I know it was a lot, it seemed like.
I'm sad. I'm really sad, but also grateful and just trying to soak it all in. But just know that our season's not over, and we have a ring to win. But yeah, I'm very sad, but thankful at the same time.
And now looking ahead, you mentioned a lot more volleyball to play. You have Troy next week and then the Sun Belt Tournament. Just describe the preparation going into those next few games away.
Yeah, we take every Monday as like a new start. Nothing happened. We're always chasing and we never get caught. That's been our motto all season. So a new week, we come in Monday ready to beat Troy and we see where that takes us.
And you had 11 kills today, Lulu. You think you can reach that 1,000 number? I think personally you can, but I think you can.
I think I can. I'm trying not to think about it, but I think I can, and we have a lot of postseason play, so I'm going to get it.
That was Lulu Ambrose, senior day here at Appalachian State. They take on Troy next week. A new season is dawning here at the Spire Motorsports facility as team members new and old try and navigate an ever-changing NASCAR environment.
Definitely a lot of hard work and a lot of hours put in by everybody here at the shop. But they've done a great job so far, building really nice race cars.
Well, it's been a busy off season. You know, obviously a lot of new faces and, you know, just getting used to each other. But more than anything, it's the processes and procedures and, you know, just how they go about their day-to-day business and, you know, where the areas that we can improve and the areas that we need to focus on. Whether I'm the oldest or not, they're all leaders inside this race shop, the drivers are, and, you know, they got to take that role as well.
It's been cool to come back to see the progression of Spire Motorsports. Obviously, I left, but I was still racing against them, so, you know, that was a big part of it. But, yeah, it's been a busy off-season. I had a lot of good conversations with a lot of the team and just trying to get back acclimated.
I think realistically, taking our best racetracks and putting them at the start of the year, I think is going to be most important for us because, you know, we just want to make the playoffs this year, and that would be a huge success before we start worrying about other rounds. So we've had a few months to, you know, bring in new people and everything. I think that was the most exciting part for us, right? You know, because we have new parts, people, and a lot less excuses, I would probably say. That on paper we should make us faster, and we were running really good and really strong without all those things and additions yet. So when you throw those in, we're now only looking for 5-10 spots to be up front and leading, which is really exciting.
You know, we might show up at Daytona and have the best car. You might have to pick another week, right? And you just kind of have to work hard every week and be prepared. And some weeks are going to go your way and some weeks aren't. And we just have to, play it week by week and see what happens.
While many questions have been answered, the final test remains for all these drivers at Daytona International Speedway in February. It's Boone Belaya here in the high country, but what's that all about? Well, we found out.
Boone Belaya is just a great event where our community can come together and kick off volleyball season. I think it's pretty cool. Boone Shine, where we're hosting it, their mission is to make Boone shine. And so they like to do events where the community can come together and we can build up this Boone community. And so it's a kickoff to volleyball season. It's being able to honor our players and just get the community excited about the upcoming season.
The volleyball team contacted us last year. Sarah Nobley contacted us with the idea of having a jambalaya cookout at Boone Shine to help raise funds for the team. I believe that last year they were raising funds for a Europe trip. And so at Boone Shine here, our mission is to try to make the high country a better place. And events like this that are big in community, when community happens here, whether it's a one-on-one dinner or a group coming over after work or an awesome group of App State alumni, players, fans here for the volleyball tournament, that's community. And when community happens here, I feel like we're successful in our mission.
I honestly think it's incredible because when I went to Watauga, I didn't necessarily know stuff like this went on. And my teammates joke, they're like, you should know everything about campus, but honestly I was so far removed from App just because I was a high schooler and a middle schooler at one point. But like getting involved in App, there's so many opportunities like this that you don't know about. So me coming here has brought a lot of Watauga County people to events like this. Like there's younger volleyball people and there's just younger people in the generation coming together from Watauga, and that just connects App and Watauga together.
So my husband, T.S. Noble, he's from Louisiana and he's a great cook. And so we just kind of had the idea of let's make some jambalaya. He has a big old jambalaya pot. It can serve a lot of people in one big pot of jambalaya. So that was just kind of where the idea came from. Let's bring a little Louisiana flair where he grew up and bring it here to Boone and let the community taste something that they don't get normally.
My family is from New Orleans, so I love jambalaya, but Boone Belaya is, I love it. I love that they put the two together.